It's time for Mount Vernon Lady Rams Softball on WMIX, on your radio at AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Lady Rams Softball is presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Lady Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Rend Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, All Stars and Stitches, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski in the 94th Sports Mobile Studios for Mount Vernon Lady Rams Softball. The Rend Lake College pregame show starts now.
And good afternoon. We welcome you to Lincoln Park. The Mount Vernon Lady Rams put their 25-7 mark on the line against the O'Fallon Lady Panthers. Panthers come in 27-5, undefeated in a very tough Southwestern Conference, and will be the number 1 seed next week in the Collinsville Regional. They will have Collinsville next week. Lady Rams, of course, are the number 1 seed in the Marion Regional. They will take on number 4 Carbondale next Tuesday afternoon. Of course, we'll have that game for you here on WMIX, but that's thinking a little too, that's putting the cart before the horse, so to speak. Lady Rams still have some business this week. O'Fallon today, Mascoutah tomorrow, and then Salem on Friday. Glad to be here with you. Rend Lake College pregame show. You can find over 100 degree and certificate programs from which to choose online at the new rlc.edu. If you haven't stopped by lately, a brand new website, rlc.edu. Rend Lake College, of course, it's time. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside. Today, the Mount Vernon Lady Rams, as we told you, have the O'Fallon Panthers. Danny, as we watched them take infield, we knew that this is a team that even though a year ago or from last year they've lost Stoskis and, of course, Lauren Smith, who went on to UT Martin, set the mark for home runs last year, only to be broken already from what I understand. But that said, tough team, comes back with a lot of returning talent. This is certainly going to be a tough game for the Lady Rams.
27-5 on the year is O'Fallon, a sweep in the Southwestern Conference, what we can tell, number 1 seed in the regional. So a lot of talent lost last year, but with the program in place, you can replace some players. You're not going to replace the obvious talent, but you can replace some players. And with that being said, this will be a very stiff test here this afternoon for the Mount Vernon Lady Rams.
And it will. Of course, Rend Lake College, they can save you thousands of dollars on your collegiate education. Find out how at rlc.edu. Conversely, the Mount Vernon Lady Rams also built themselves a nice little program in 3A thus far. Of course, 25-7 on the year. They finished 8-2 in the South 7 Conference, as we told you yesterday. They come in looking to maybe pull what would be an upset on paper, but don't tell that to the Lady Rams, who are playing some very good softball as of late, finishing second place a couple of times in some of the tournaments this year. Of course, winning the Fairfield Invite to open the season, but finishing second place, losing to only Edwardsville at the O'Fallon tournament, and that's not a bad effort in itself.
No, I mean, they've played some stiff competition, and Mount Vernon's got a good mix of 1 through 4A schools on the schedule, and that's important, especially next week, where you get into a grind, you get against teams. Obviously, next week's a mini-conference tournament, South 7-wise, but then you start, if you win that, you branch out and play some different teams. You've got to have a good variety of teams on your schedule to understand what you have to play.
That you do. We need to go ahead and take a quick break here on your Rend Lake College pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the stage for the Lady Rams and the O'Fallon Panthers. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey there, I'm Jennifer, and I love living in Southern Illinois. But whenever I got sick, I used to think the best medical care was far away. I had no clue that some of the most advanced medical care was right here the whole time. Good Samaritan is my new hospital of choice because they combine exceptional response times, first-class facilities, and an outstanding patient experience. Good Samaritan partners with physician specialists and invests in the latest medical technology. They deliver the best care where I need it most, locally. Now more than ever, they offer local residents like me a convenient alternative to bigger out-of-state hospitals where I'm a number, not a name. This saves me time, money, and keeps my family close, which out-of-state hospitals will never be able to provide. And in 2013, that care will get even better when they open the all-new Regional Health Center. It's that kind of investment that ensures we'll never have to leave home to receive the care we need.
Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
More softball action ahead on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And, of course, we welcome you back to Lincoln Park. The Lady Rams today hosting the O'Fallon Panthers. 25-7 are your Lady Rams. Big win over Effingham yesterday. They won that by a score of 12-1. That game was here on WMIX. Today's game, obviously, as we're already here on WMIX, and then Friday's regular season finale against Salem will also be on your radio here on WMIX. Then we will have their game next Tuesday, of course, as they will battle the Carbondale Terriers, a team they split with in the regular season. That'll be the opening contest of the Marion Regional. The Lady Rams, the 4 seed in that regional. Number 2, Marion Wildcats. Number 3, Centralia Annies. And number 4, of course, being the Carbondale Terriers. We'll preview your 3A and 4A regionals and baseball and softball Saturday morning on the Saturday Sports Show, WMIX, and MyWithersRadio.com. Chris Hugo and Denny Czerwinski alongside as we wrap up your Red Lake College pregame show. Don't forget, Red Lake College is over 100 degree and certificate programs from which to choose. Log on to rlc.edu to see which of the more than 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you. We will get to know your Central Christian Church batting orders here in just a moment. Of course, first we will meet the O'Fallon Panthers as they come in 27-5 on the year, 13-0 thus far in the Southwestern Conference. Center field leading off, Sam Rouse, batting second, Sam Secris at second base, batting third, Macy Oswald, the shortstop. Batting fourth and right, Taylor Underwood, batting fifth, catching Maria Schulte, batting sixth at third. Lauren Millinghouse, batting seventh at first, Lexi Cavins, batting eighth, a designated player, Becca Proper, and batting ninth, left fielder Molly Dunstor for the O'Fallon Lady Panthers. And, of course, like we told you, 27-5 on the year. For the Lady Rams will be Jacqueline Flood out in the circle. Catching her will be Paige Clinton. Third base will be Mallory Garner. Shortstop is Haley Lockhart. Second baseman will be Alexis Stewart. Over at first will be Kelby Quiaba. Left to right out in the outfield, it'll be Mallory Kirsch, Cheyenne Morgan, and Micaiah Rush. For Amy Johnson's Lady Rams, 25-7 on the year. And again, they finished 8-2 in the South 7th Conference. Umpires today will be Jimmy Wells and, of course, Robert W. Smith, both of Centralia. So there you have it. Those are your umpires for today's action. Take a look at this right quick, just to make sure, because I forgot to write a first name down. All right. We're about ready to go here from Mount Vernon. We're glad to have you with us from Lincoln Park, and a special thanks to the City of Mount Vernon Parks and Recreation Department who came to my rescue today and were able to get us up here and gain us access into the booth. So much appreciated to the City of Mount Vernon Parks and Recreation Department to make that happen for us here today. So we can bring you Lady Rams Softball on WMIX, presented by Banterra Bank. Lead off the summer, Banterra Bank's free checking account. Banterra Bank is banking with local style. Member FDIC. Connection granted. That connection he was asking me about using these things before the game keeps on out of our eyes. Connection granted, so we're on to that. Starting us off on the left side of the plate will be Sam Rouse. Drops down the bunt, third base side. Is that going to get out of play? It finally will, right as Rouse crosses the bag, and that'll be 0-1.
I'm telling you what, that was a beautiful bunt as pop. That ball barely hit the bat, and then trickled down the third base line. Too much spin, carried it in the foul territory, though.
Of course, 79 degrees and sunny skies at Lincoln Park, field number 1. Glad to have you with us here on WMIX Mount Vernon. A free service from Withers Broadcasting as we near the bottom of the hour. This game got started about 4:27. See how long it takes here today. I got an elbow brace on, a soft one on the right arm, and the strap keeps flopping around. Take care of that, and we'll get back to the action. Got to. Don't want somebody getting on base by a strap flying around, the ball hitting it. Still a little too bright not to have the shade. Not a cloud in the sky. No. The 0-1 is on its way. She'll drop it down again. Third base side. This time it'll be out of play again. It'll be 0-2 to get us started. Cruz, Oswald, and Underwood to follow here in the top half of the first. Glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, Avery Barton, of course, back at the powerhouse. Lefty slapper for Rouse. We'll see if she goes at it again, or if she wants to swing away here. See what she does. Front foot right at the front of the box here for the left-hander. Sam Rouse, the center fielder. Here comes the pitch on the way. She'll let it go. Up and away. It's 1-2 now to Rouse. Sam Bruce Cruz, the second baseman to follow. Of course, Macy Oswald, shortstop here to lead us off the first inning. We'll get to know the Lady Rams batting order, of course, in the bottom half. Also presented by Central Christian Church. loving God and loving people. Next one on the 1-2, high. Count evens himself, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tough.
Something popped in my headset. I'm kind of concerned.
I got you.
Yeah. Other than that, I can hear everything. I'm sitting right by you, but...
And we'll take care of that in just a moment. Here comes. That's going to be the 2-2 pitch. Sit right up the middle. Picked up by Lockhart off the bounce, but not quick enough to get Sam Rouse. So that'll be an infield single to lead us off. Pretty good play by Lockhart to get there and make even the pick up and even a play, because I thought the way that ball was, it would be too easy, maybe get out behind second base in the outfield. However, it didn't. And now O'Fallon has a leadoff runner on the single. So Boost Cruz will step in with a runner on first base and nobody outside for the first. O'Fallon looking to threaten early here for Mount Vernon. Shows Bond, but Bond sits foul, popped up over the backstop. That'll be strike one. So 0-1 the count to get us started here on Sam Boost Cruz.
Lady Rams soccer played last night in the Carbondale Regional. I think the whole team practicing across the way.
Here comes a pitch on the way to Boost Cruz. She'll foul it back. It's 0-2. Hard to believe, but that is the pronunciation I was given last year. Spelled Busecris or Busecris. Boost Cruz. Runner on first and nobody out. That'll miss low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But mono?
I've got nothing.
Nothing at all.
No. If I do have anything, it's in one headset. No biggie. I can still hear you. All good.
1-2 the count. Here it comes. Ground ball will go back to the pitcher. The second for 1 and will not have a play at first base. So it'll go down as a 1-6 fielder's choice. With a runner on first base now and 1 out, that'll bring up Macy Oswald. We saw her at infield practice, and that shortstop really has a cannon.
I maybe had it at 11. I didn't know.
Pretty good play by Lockhart to lead off batter. Of course, Ralph slid in hard in the second base to prevent her from turning a double play. And then, of course, Lockhart held her ground, got almost a little bit spiked in baseball, but got out of the way. It brings in Oswald with a runner on first and 1 out. Takes an inside pitch on the corner. It's 0-1 to get it started. Community First Bank of the Heartland will bring you a player of the game after this one. Familiar faces, new places, Bank with Ray and Bria, Community First Bank's new 42nd Street location in Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. 0-1 pitch in route, catches the inside. No, just misses on the inside again. Now it's 1-1.
Not often Mount Vernon gets to see David in a battle. Elias is O'Fallon, much bigger skill than Lady Rams.
We wait the 1-1 for Flood. Here it comes. Change it up that time. Swung a miss as Oswald was well out in front of it. Makes the count 1-2. 1 out top of the first. No score from Lincoln Park. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports, and you can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Next one's on the way high, and the count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right-handed batter is Oswald, 27-5 are the Panthers this season. We wait the 2-2 pitch on the way, and that catches the outside corner 2 away.
Nice pitch. I missed Flood. Froze the batter, Oswald. She couldn't take a shot at it.
So a lefty will stand in now. It is Taylor Underwood, the right fielder, left-handed bat with 1 on and 2 out here in the top half of the first. Panthers were trying to threaten early, but have 2 outs and have not advanced a runner. So that'll be a strike on the inside corner to Underwood. She falls behind 0-1. Center fielder playing more towards right center. Play in for the pull against the left-handed bat. The next one off speed. It's going to be fouled off 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top half of inning number 1. WMIX, MyWithersRadio.com. Glad to have you. Lady Rams Softball. We're back here on Friday as well. The Lady Rams will battle the Salem Wildcats in a regular season finale and a rematch. Here it comes. Ground ball will be to short. Lockhart's in trouble with it. Throws from her knees across the diamond. Gets away from Cuiava. We might have had some interference there on the base pass from second to third. Let's see what happens here. It'll be runners at the corners.
Yeah, well, it wasn't any interference. Runner was trying to get to Lockhart. We'll go on the E there. And now it's first and third. Now the umpire's going to congregate out behind the mound. They're going to offer her home plate, which they should. As you mentioned, Chris, she was interfered with by Lockhart coming around the bases.
It'll be 1-0. O'Fallon on top here. After an error allows the runner aboard, it'll be 2 outs here in the top of the first. Underwood on first, with Marla Schulte, the catcher, approaching the batter's box. So in case you're just joining us, what happened is a little bit of interference in the base pass between second and third allows Blues Crews to come around to score, and they're going to have a look-see.
Now, here's the thing that would happen. The ground ball was fast, and she got tangled up with Lockhart. Lockhart was in her way, so she would have been at third already. Then the ball goes out of play, and you got to give her home. That's what it was.
And she appeared interference, and she's fine. Now they're helping Ms. Schulte get her catching garb off. So with 2 outs and a runner on first, here comes Marla Schulte, the catcher, with a chance to keep this top of the first inning alive. Already 1-0, O'Fallon on top here from Lincoln Park. Things any better since some of the adjustments I've made, or still?
No, I think something popped on this right side.
Lovely.
It was just here and there.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing much.
Of course, as we continue to bring you a great assortment of sports tomorrow, where you are at home. It's Rams baseball against Jacksonville. 3:15 is your pregame. 3:30 will be your first pitch right here from Lincoln Park. So it will be at Brennan Klein Memorial Field. So they're having a discussion with Amy Johnson. Tell her what happened, why it happened, how it happened, and what you do in this scenario. And so it'll be 1-0.
Got another score if you'd like one. We'll be watching several softball action at Wayne City. That Waltonville Central Valera 0, Wayne City 0. No argument won by Amy Johnson. Lost that one.
And to play, we will resume. It's Marla Schulte stepping in the box with 2 outs here in the top of the first in a 1-0 ball game. O'Fallon takes the early lead. Flood ready to stop, get set. She'll wind and fire. Here it comes inside. That'll catch the corner quickly. 0-1 to Schulte. Get you some scores. As Danny said, they'll be brought to you by Tony Wilton, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance financial service needs, see Tony here in Mount Vernon on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Outside corner that time. Well, back and forth on the corner. Schulte behind 0-2.
Got to pitch around the air and minimize the damage. 2 outs, 1 pitch away from getting out just with a run. What Flood has to do here.
So we'll see how it works out for Flood at the top of the first, see if they can limit the damage. Here comes the pitch on the way. It's fouled off. We'll do it again on 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on first base, top of the first. Panthers would love to add to this 1-0 total. See some signs come into Schulte, the catcher. Marlinghouse is on deck here in the top half of the first inning. On its way again on 0-2. That will be popped up sky high behind the circle. Coming away with it, Lockhart. There go the Panthers in the first, up 1-0. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
The Equinox, as soon as they come in, we get them sold with 32 miles per gallon. People are so concerned about fuel economy, but they want the room. They like the easy access to getting in and out. And they like the utility of the Equinox, where you can carry cargo and get it in and out easily. And it's just a very versatile vehicle that people just really love.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Lincoln Park. We need to meet the Mount Vernon Lady Rams batting order as they trail 1-0 here, headed to the bottom of the first against O'Fallon.
Cheyenne Morgan leading off, followed by Paige Clinton and Jacqueline Flood. In the cleanup spot will be Haley Lockhart, Hannah Wright, and Mallory Kirsch, 4, 5, and 6. Mallory Garner's in the 7th spot, Kelby Kuyava 8th, and Michaela Rush 9th. Brandy Johnson, Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball team.
There you have it. It'll be Morgan Clinton Flood to get us started behind the pitcher today, Taylor Bowlby. It'll be Marla Schulte, the catcher. Lauren Marlinghouse is your third baseman with Macy Oswald at short. Sam Booscrews is at second. Lexi Cairns is at first. Molly Dumbstorff out in left. Sam Rouse in center, and Taylor Underwood making the start out in right field. Morgan had a solid outing yesterday. We'll see if she can continue the offensive output here against O'Fallon. First pitch will be outside to the left-hander, missing. 1-0 to get it started. Banterra's online banking is convenient, efficient, and best of all, it's safe. Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. Member FDIC. The next pitch low, 2-0 here to Morgan. Clinton on deck for the Lady Rams. She also had a big day yesterday. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Trying to slap, sends it foul, 2-1. Two balls, one strike here. Trying to figure that out. As Morgan gets it started right across the plate. Quickly now 2-2.
It's important for Mount Vernon to bounce back here. You don't want O'Fallon to get that easy winner run they had in the first. See if Mount Vernon can bounce back and get in this one.
Ground ball to the shortstop side, picked up by Oswald. That cannon rifles over to first base. 6-3 over Tyre Morgan. That'll bring up Paige Clinton.
1-6-3.
Was it really?
Deflection, yeah.
Went off her glove.
Pitcher deflected it and then got it over to the rifle arm there at short. That's nice. Didn't see it in the play.
I'll bring up Paige Clinton. 1 out, nobody aboard here in the bottom half of the first inning, trailing 1-0 right across the plate. It'll be 0-1 to Clinton to start.
So test your mettle when you play up on the schedule.
See how Paige reacts on the 0-1. She'll let one in the dirt go by. It's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. Flood on deck here for the Lady Rams. We're going to get that tying run. They trail 1-0 here in this bottom half of the first inning. Stay tuned after the game for the Bean Insurance post-game show. Bean Insurance is an independent agency that can do the insurance shopping for you. More on that after the 1-1. Ground ball foul. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes down. Of course, Bean Insurance has multiple top insurance companies to choose from with great rates for your family. Give Bean Insurance a call at 244-BEAN. That number is 244-BEAN. 1-2 now the count to Paige Clinton. Nobody on, 1 out, and she will send this right up the middle. It'll be a base hit for Clinton. 1 out single, bring up Jacqueline Fluff.
There we go. Scouting report up. Nice for that guy down below to tell us that. Guess he's serious.
Clinton stands on first. No courtesy runner for the catcher. And here comes the first pitch to Flood. She will let it go by outside corner. 0-1. Runner on first. 1 out. Bottom of the first. A 1-0 ball game thus far. O'Fallon on top. They did some damage early on. But an interference allowed the Panthers to get their first run across the plate. As we await the 0-1 to Flood, here it comes outside again. Possible pitch out. It's 1-1. Flood will stand back in. 1 ball, 1 strike. He follows on Twitter at 94 Sports. Here comes the pitch on the way. Fouled off towards the JV field. It'll be 1-2. Last 1-2 count we had. Paige Clinton sent it right up the middle for a base hit. Back on the air tomorrow, 3:15 for your pregame. The Rams baseball team will battle Jacksonville. Right here on AM 940 and MyWithersRadio.com. The 1-2 on the way to Flood. Lets it go by, and that'll be a strike low on the outside corner, 2 away.
Pitcher's pitch. Nothing you can do about that.
And that'll bring up Haley Lockhart. Still a runner on first. Lady Rams are going to have to figure out a way to get a hit past this infield. I think that's going to be key. Very capable of fielding the ball very well at each position out there, from Marlene House all the way around to Oswald to Bruce Cruz and Barnes. Karen, scribble down on my line on my sheet.
What's scribbled?
The last name. I can't tell what
Kevin.
it is. Okay. As it'll be inside and getting away. Paige Clinton unable to take first base. There we go. That explains a little bit. So here comes the next pitch on the way to Haley Lockhart. It'll be the outside corner. Count should be even. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 away here in the bottom half of the first inning. Tying run on first base for the Lady Rams. They trail 1-0.
Courtesy runner, obviously, out there.
Wasn't one to start. Now there is. Here comes I missed 1 and 2.
I'll tell you right now, it's going to be tough to hit her today. She's got a little groove to herself.
And outside again they'll go. The runner is on the way down to second base. The throw will be in time, but the tag will not. It's just in front of the runner. It'll be safe at second, so an RBI chance now on 2 and 2 with 2 out to Haley Lockhart.
Lucky to beat that in. Catcher made a great play on that just to make it close for O'Fallon.
2-2 count, 2 gone, bottom half of the first inning. O'Fallon trying to get out of the inning. That's going to be fouled off by Lockhart to stay alive. Count remains 2 and 2. Scoville is your courtesy runner. And on second base, Lady Rams have an RBI chance. Maybe if they can plug one into a gap, that's going to be tough. It's a team like O'Fallon. Can be done, however. They've lost 7 this year. Or 5, rather. Lady Rams have lost 7. Here it comes. It's going to be fouled off again on 2 and 2, so we'll do it again. They'll get a second, third, fourth chance at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second Chance Auto helps bring you Lady Rams softball on the radio. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. They are your home for the largest selection of pre-owns priced at $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Here comes the next one across the way. That'll be on the outside corner. Dropped by the catcher. They'll throw down to first. 2 retire the side. Through 1, still 1-0 O'Fallon. This is Lady Rams softball on WMIX.
How do you spend your Saturday mornings? Wake up, grab coffee, get something to eat? Why not add a little WMIX Saturday Sports Show to your Saturday? From 8:08 until 10 o'clock, we have guests, discussion, and fun involving the regional sports topics that matter to you. It's the pick-me-up you need to start your morning off right. It's the Saturday Sports Show every single week on WMIX AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Presented by Crossroads Community Hospital.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
For more insight, follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, Lady Rams softball. Top of the second we go. 1-0 O'Fallon on top. Marlin House will get us started. First pitch is high. It's 1-0. See what we hit. Did that. All right. Ready to go. 1-0, we await it. Here it comes. That's going to be inside across the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cavins to follow here. Followed by, man, I did a horrible job. Proper? I did a horrible job.
I was going to say, you wrote your own book. What are you reading?
And here comes the next one. It misses inside. Head of the count now is Lauren Marlin.
In my classroom, if you can't read it, it's going to be wrong.
This has been a condensed day, we'll put it that way.
Right.
One I'd like to have back. Coming inside again, 3 balls, 1 strikes to Marley House. Cavins to follow. Proper after that. Doomstraw. Follow. Wow, I wrote it down quickly. Here it comes. 3-1 will miss outside this time. Leadoff walk that you hope won't come back to haunt you.
Percentage is high when runners gets on, leadoff hitter gets on, of them being able to score.
And we await the next, should say the first pitch, rather, to Lexi Cabot. Fouls it off. First base side, it'll be 0-1.
Got to play some defense here. O'Fallon's a team likes to mix and match and do some different things offensively, get you off your toes.
Shows bunt again, trying to drop it down. Commits might have fouled it off. It'll be 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes with a runner on and nobody out top of the second. In a 1-0 ball game that O'Fallon has controlled somewhat to start. Don't bank on the away team, bank for the locals. Banterra, locally owned and operated. Banterra Bank is banking with local style, member FDIC. 1-2 now to Kevin.
A little bit different weather day than the last time we saw O'Fallon, not counting the holiday tournament.
Oh, yeah. That's nothing away. 2-2.
St. Rita.
That was a great night.
Yep.
That's some old filet, so to speak.
Yeah.
That game.
That was a new restaurant night.
Oh, yeah, it was.
It was.
Didn't we go there twice this year?
Yes.
As we await the 2-2, here it comes. Ooh. Inside corner. That was a great-looking pitch. That'll be strike down number 2.
Zone's going to be big, ladies, on both teams. You better be swinging when you go up there because the zone is large. The way it should be.
We went there for O'Fallon and St. Rita, and I think O'Fallon and Edwardsville matched up in the football season.
Yeah, went there twice.
Brings in proper, runner on first, 1 out, pitch on the outside corner. It wouldn't matter if she pulled back or not on the bunt. It's 0-1. No scores to report as of yet. I do have one.
Oh,
Tom.
Okay.
Well, let's see what happens after the 0-1 pitch to proper. Bunts it off, fouls it back, 0-2. Let's go.
We have mid-second Benton leading Chester in baseball 3-0. It is Wayne City and Waltonville Session in softball scoreless at the end of 2.
There you have it.
Woodlawn baseball leads. Woodlawn baseball leads Alvarado 3-0 at the end of 1.
Nice. Here comes the next one on the way to proper. The 1-2 grounded first base side. Pick up by but she'll step on the bag. 2 away. It advances the runner. That scoreboard update was presented by Tony Wilton, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance financial service needs, see Tony on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower Place in Mount Vernon. Or log on to TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Bottom of the order we go. Doom Store. For the Panthers, RBI chance for 2 outs in the second, a 1-0 ball game. O'Fallon on top. First pitch is right across the plate. Looks good. Swing at it. 0-1. We'll have postseason action coming up next week. Hard to believe. Lady Rams on Tuesday, 4:30 against Carbondale at Marion. Here comes. Swung on a miss. 0-2. Then on Wednesday, it's either 4 or 4:30 at Waterloo. We'll have that one as well, as the Rams will battle either Waterloo or Carbondale. Then Saturday, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Got a lot of bridges to cross.
Yeah, it's 0-2. Here it comes. Foul ball, in case you didn't hear it. Good call by the umpire.
Mask slipped off, and it was on.
Good stuff. We got the goods here today.
Oh, we got state quality officiating today. Especially that guy on the base.
No balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes, and that's to be fouled off again as Doom Store will stay alive. With 2 outs in the top half of the second, a 1-0 ball game thus far, as the Lady Rams look to surprise the Panthers. 27-5 O'Fallon this year, 25-7. Ooh, are the Lady Rams. 0-2 en route, trying to get her inside, trying to jam. It's going to be 1-2. Who knows what may happen with our coverage over the course of the next couple of weeks.
We're at the mercy of wind.
That's we are, as a curveball out, misses 2-2.
Want to see everybody in the county do well.
That we do. See what happens here on 2-2, and that will be sent to second base, picked up by Alexis Stewart on the run. So that'll retire the side. As O'Fallon strands the runner here in the second. Still 1-0 Panthers. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
Daydreaming of owning a home? People's National Bank can help your dreams become a reality. We are excited to offer Smart Move mortgages. Smart Move offers affordable fixed-rate financing, down payment assistance, and closing cost assistance for qualified borrowers. Call me, Joy Schrader, mortgage specialist, at 241-6928 today for details. People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality vehicle. That's where Second Chance Auto comes in. Family owned for the past 32 years. Second Chance Auto has been the cure for spring new car fever. No one has a better selection of vehicles priced under $10,000. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, and no processing fees like those new car dealerships. Just low prices. Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. Second Chance Auto.
For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, Lady Rams Softball. Home half of the second, right Kirsch Garner to start us off here. as the Lady Rams trail O'Fallon 1-0. Ooh, swung a miss on a fastball outside to Hannah Wright. It's 0-1. Already coming back with pitch number 2, high fastball that time. No balls, 2 strikes. Until she works quickly. You got to keep up and got to be in that box ready to go because she's going to gun one on you. That'll happen. It works. Kershaw on deck with Garner to follow, as we mentioned here in the home half of the second. Lady Rams down just a run here. As Wright will give it a go on the 0-2. Fouls it off to stay alive. No balls, 2 strikes. She was 2 for 2 yesterday. Had a doctor's appointment, so wasn't able to get there until late. Got around to batting in the 5th and the 6th and went 2 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. Not a bad effort. See what happens on the 0-2 pitch. Second time, fastball, powered pass. Strikeout number 3 today. Straight fastball right down the middle, hit it or lose it. Taylor Bowlby. Yep. Not bad. That'll bring up Mallory Kirsch. First time up today. Lady Rams have 1 base hit. That was Paige Clinton back in the first. First pitch will be on the outside corner to Kirsch. 0-1. Community First Bank of the Heartland brings you the Player of the Game Award. We'll have that in the Beat Insurance post-game show. We'll tell you more about Comp First after the 0-1 becomes 0-2 as it's fouled off. Your community, your choice, your bank. 5 locations with friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Well, hello. There we go. 0-2 to Kirsch. She'll take high. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Nobody on, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. Lady Rams trail O'Fallon 1-0. Beat Effingham yesterday, though. And about all places we like to go for postseason football. 12-1. Inside, it gets away from the catcher in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 good places to go for about anything. Both easy to get to. Well, Effingham right now kind of tough with all the road construction, but here's not good. Same thing with here, not so much. Inside the low to Kirsch. Full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Garner to follow here in the second as Lady Rams look to make something happen. It's going to be tough against Taylor Bowlby. Comes on the way and swung on a miss. The half-hearted swings are not going to work. Bowlby is rock. Strikeout number 4. 4 consecutive, no less. Had a 1-6-3 to start the inning. Clinton singled. Flood struck out. Lockhart struck out. Wright struck out. And Kirsch struck out. So Lady Rams bat struggling somewhat. See what Garner can do here. Sends at first base side of a chopped ground ball. Tag is applied by Cavins. And just like that, 3 unassisted. We're through 2. Still 1-0 O'Fallon. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
Hey, are you thinking of starting your own business? Or maybe you already own your own business and have tax questions? Call Heartland Accounting today. At Heartland Accounting, we specialize in small business planning. Let us help you with your business bookkeeping, sales taxes, payroll taxes, or maybe just some solid business advice. Get started right and let us help you make your business a success. Call Heartland Accounting of Mount Vernon today at 244-7077 or stop by 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
More softball action ahead on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And we welcome you back to Lady Rams Softball near the top of the hour. 5 o'clock approaching. Here in the King City. Top of the third we go. 1-0 O'Fallon. Ralph, Spruce Cruz, and Oswald to get us started here in the inning. First pitch from Flood will catch the outside corner. Left-handed bat Ralph. It's 0-1. Ralph was able to get aboard with a single back in the first. Gunned down on a 1-6 fielder's choice. See what happens here. Lays one down right to the pitcher. Flood throws over to first in time.
Yep, pesky hitter off the bases on that. Nice to get out your worries.
Of course, so now our lone run of the ball game approaches the plate. Sam Busa-Cruz. 1-6 fielder's choice for last time up. It came around to score after interference between second and third. heavily disagreed with by the Mount Vernon coaching staff, but can't change it. Gun down the left field line and foul past the dugout. It'll quickly be 0-1.
Out of play. Cloudless day here. Can't have
Literally.
any better weather.
A cloud in the sky in our forefront.
Weather's going to hold well off for graduations around the county over the next few days.
Indeed. Here it comes. Of course, you always have, as this one misses low, 1-1, you always have that discussion, Mount Vernon High School graduation, inside or outside. Well, we think we may have a solution for that. Stay tuned to WMIX for details. 1-1's coming. That is going to be bunted down the third base side. Good pick up by Garner. Fires to Purrs. Inside.
Nice play. Garner had to be quick with that, not only getting to the ball, but getting rid of it. Did a great job down there at third base.
Oh, that's a girl that over the course of the season, obviously we're making a replacement at third base due to graduation. Mallory Garner, as young as she is, has really made some nice adjustments over the course of the season, as has the rest of the Lady Rams defense. Alexis Stewart, another one who stepped into a key role at second base due to injury. So we'll see how the rest of the Lady Ram defense is able to carry here today behind Jacqueline Flood, who throws a first pitch strike over the inside corner. The shortstop Oswald, 0-1. Oswald, of course, 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking at her last time up. 1 of 2. Flood strikeouts. Will become number 3. Swings and misses at a changeup, 0-2. Now, don't bank on the away team. Go green with Pantera's online bill pay and online statements. Pantera Bank is banking with local style. Member FDIC lays off a high fastball. 1-2 now to Oswald. Had a 2-2 count when she struck out her last time up back in the first. See what happens here on a 1-2. What pitch will the Lady Rams go with here? Fired low and away. Counts even 2-2. Of course, 5 o'clock, we'll tell you this is WMIX, Mount Vernon, Marion, Peoria, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. As the 2-2 will be popped up, second base side, Stewart will make the grab. So, for the first time today, 1-2-3 go the Panthers. They're half of the third, still 1-0. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke is an orthopedic surgeon specializing in spine surgery, treatment of the injured back, and will provide the newest state-of-the-art procedures in the region. Dr. Steinke is fellowship trained in spine and brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke will be seeing patients at the Mount Vernon and Centralia locations. To set up your appointment with Dr. Steinke, call 242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com. Discover the difference.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back, Lady Rams Softball. As Kelby Quiala lines one foul on the first pitch into the on-deck circle. Rush looks to be okay. And it's 0-1 to start. We have a Rush Morgan that started off for the Lady Rams here in the third. This is a one. I thought I heard footsteps. That's just the wind. It's a 1-0 ball game. O'Fallon on top. Next one's inside. Catches the corner to 0-2. Got a couple of 3-minute innings here, the past couple of half innings. That's a trend for the Lady Rams that does not need to continue offensively. 0-2 on its way. That is going to be high. Odd foul behind everybody. Heads up. The message brought to you because WMIX cares, and we'll get a second chance at 0-2. Second Chance Auto, speaking of which, helps bring you Lady Rams Softball. Get bank rate financing at Second Chance Auto with the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced under $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Fastball outside corner, swung on a miss. Strikeout number 5 for Boldy. 5 of those last 6 outs are those 5 strikeouts you have just mentioned. Yes, sir. Promise you a great main event here tonight. Rush will stand in, showing bunt, drops it down, third base side foul to be 0-1. Had a heck of a base hit yesterday. I don't even know how to aptly describe it. Off the end of the bat, had some wicked English on it. Literally bent around the foul line in the air and then dropped down and rolled along, staying in fair territory and allowed a run to score yesterday. Thing of beauty. Here comes the next one inside corner. Oh no, just missed. So 1-1, even count to Rush. Next one's on the way. Rush. Sound like she got a bit of a piece. Yep. It's foul. Tip 1 and 2.
Click the right in the catcher's mitt. Tip and play on.
Center field playing straight away. Corner outfield's in normal positions as well. Infield cautious of a bunt, driving the line to the corners. It's like a 2-2 count to Rush.
That's what I have.
So called out to look and see where everybody was. I missed the pitch. Now it comes inside low. Full count here to Rush. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Lady Rams trail 1-0 on a run that scored due to interference back in the 1st for the Panthers. Panthers keep falling away, and here comes the full count offering. Set right side of the infield. Second baseman will make the grab 2 away. Not a lot to speak of here for the Lady Rams offense. Just 1 hit.
1 hit. Paige Clinton back in the 1st. After that, she got to second base. Strikeouts and getting set down in order. 7 in a row now.
Morgan's going to try to change that. She grounded into a tough 1-6-3 last time up, as this will be on the outside corner for a strike. Left-handed Morgan falls behind 0-1. Not used to this book. Using a different book today.
Yeah. That's the same thing I'm going through.
Here comes the next one. Morgan's going to try to slap on, but has to let it go as it's high. Gets to the backstop, 1-1.
I've looked for my defensive picture here a couple times. I've finally forgotten about it.
That'll happen. Yeah. Hey, don't get caught looking in an embarrassing situation. I should adopt it in your debit card for overdraft purchases. Ventura Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. 2-1 now. Morgan, a good eye on that to let it go by as it missed up and away. There'll be 2 balls in the strike. Clinton the follow here in the 3rd if Morgan can keep it going. On the way, she will burn the infield, but backing up to center fielder, she will not have a play, and that'll be a single for Morgan. She
came up ready to gun. Infielders obviously moved around to different types of setups, and ball got through. Then the center fielder was looking to get one out there.
That'll bring up Paige Clinton, a runner aboard, and 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd inning. I think the Lady Rams might be able to get some base knocks here to tie this one up. It'll be tough with 2 outs. The young JCSA stars of tomorrow showing up here. They have some games going on tonight as the first pitch Clinton spelled off over the dugout, first base side, 0-1.
Planting some seeds for the future here at JCSA Ballpark.
I see it.
National and international.
Yep. Cars behind look ever so thrilled. Here comes to Clinton. She will send this one to right center field in the gap. Morgan's going to be waved around, headed for 3rd. She'll be pointed home. Clinton's going to head for 3rd, looking for a triple, and it will be an RBI triple for Paige Clinton. We're tied at 1. Nice. Never wavered around those base paths.
Nope, she was thinking multiple bases right out of the box. Triple and RBI, and Mount Vernon gets back in this one, tied up. Nice to see.
And still a major chance to unlock that tie with Jacqueline Flood approaching the plate. Of a courtesy runner, I would bet a dime to $1. That's Vicky Scoble. Or $1 to a dime, something like that. Whatever benefits me. Hey, they're not done either. Still some agricultural work to be done.
No-till going on out here.
I gotcha. Bud will stand in, runner on 3rd, 2 outs here in the 3rd, tied at 1. Comes inside, just a bit outside. It'll be 1-0. Ooh. Pen has kind of or a pencil has kind of like a jagged edge on it, you know what I mean? Where it like has to rip the paper. Gotta smooth that out real quick. 1-0 to Flood. Here it comes. That's going to be a ground ball over the head of the pitcher. Shouldn't be a problem for Oswald, but she bobbles. The throw is in time. So 6-3 over tie the side. But the Lady Rams managed to tie, courtesy of a Paige Clinton RBI triple. We head to the 4th, tied at 1. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
More Americans are on a move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
We're tied at 1 as we head to the 4th inning from Lincoln Park. It'll be Underwood, Schulte, and Marlinghouse here for O'Fallon, 4, 5, and 6. As a Paige Clinton RBI triple, brought Cheyenne Morgan all the way home from first to tie it up at 1. Blood back out for another inning. Let's see how she fares. Left-handed Underwood will foul back. That was ours if that doesn't hit.
Oh, that was it, because that ball doesn't clip the fence. It's right at you.
Yep, just like that Beltran foul ball I caught somehow. So proud of that. 0-1 the count here to Underwood. Let's see what happens. In the dirt this time for Flood. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit a grand slam and go for that account with no hidden fee. Banterra offers a totally free checking account. Banterra Bank is banking with local style. Simple Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Something along those lines. 1-1's coming. This is going to be put into play right side. Guava is going to make the effort over there in foul territory. She'll make the grab. 1 away. Those are the kind of defensive breaks you need. Update. Tee-hee. So Schulte will stand in. 0 for 1 today. Popped up to shorter last time up. And by short, I mean the right side of the circle. As Lockhart came around to make the play. First pitch will miss low, and it's going to be 1 ball, no strike. Nobody on, 1 out here at the top of the 4th inning. Lady Rams and Panthers are tied at 1. Ground ball, third base side. Good play by Garner. She'll make the throw across. Just got it in time.
Yeah, I had a little trouble getting it out of the mitt that time, but did get it over there. That quick throwing motion allowed her to make the play first.
Where's that wind coming from?
Out of the northwest.
Okay, that's the one thing I did not write down. I knew to write down it was 79 degrees. Common sense told me it was sunny. That's all I needed. So with 2 outs, nobody on, Marlinghouse will stand in, take a strike on the inside corner. She actually walked her last time, but was stranded on second base. In the 4th inning, she has a 1-0 count. Write that down backwards. Can't trust my book at all. We await the third pitch of the at-bat from Jay Flo. Here it comes, and this is going to be a golf shot in the left. Could be trouble. That is going to be deep to the wall, off the fence, and here comes a throw from Kirsch. It'll be a 2-out double. Wow, by Marlinghouse. That was a shot. Looks like we said, the wind blowing in. Ironically enough, that's only the second hit for O'Fallon. That went a long way into the wind to left center field off the board. I hear update on. But you said you had my.
No, I just same. Nobody's changing much here lately.
Oh, I thought we had an update coming a second ago. My apologies.
It was a comment on one of the updates.
I got you. Here comes a strike on the end. Oh, just misses inside the cabin. 0-1. We had a cabin somewhere else. Was it Goreville?
Yeah.
There you go. Goreville. How about that memory? 0-1 coming inside. I am all off kilter in this book, not being used to using it. Here comes the next one, right back to Flood. She'll make the catch and drop it for good measure out there for her counterpart as she heads to the, what's that called, the dugout. We're tied at 1 as we head to the bottom half of the 4th. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
Want a good laugh? Watch those funny insurance ads on TV. You know, the ones the other guys spend billions of dollars on each year. Want seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance? Come to the Bean Insurance Agency here in Mount Vernon, an independent Erie insurance agent. You'll get a great price that saves you money, unbelievable service, and advice from people you can trust. So talk to us at the Bean Insurance Agency today. Call 618-242-6017. That's 618-242-6017. Or go to beaninsurance.net. We can help you get where you need to be, where you should be, quickly and easily. Go ahead. Laugh at those cave people, stunt guys, and bubbly cashiers. Then see for yourself why more than 90% of Erie customers stay with Erie. Year after year after year.
Back to Lady Rams Softball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back as we head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. It'll be Lockhart, Wright, and Kirsch. First pitch to Lockhart will be grounded short. Comes up in time with it will be Oswald to throw to first in time. One away. 6-3 will be your first out. It brings up Wright. Erie struck out her first time up. Tied at 1 here as we head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. And a very efficient ball game thus far as the first pitch. This is low and inside to Hannah Wright, 1-0. Help make your kids' future victory. Teach them the importance of saving today with a Banterra Smart Kids Savings Account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. Next one on the way to Wright. 1-0 becomes 1-1. Huh. 1-1's the count. Wright, the batter here. As she leads us off in the fourth, she'll swing and miss with a high fastball, 1-2. We have an update for you. Alvarado leads Woodlawn 4-3 in the bottom of the third.
Haven't gotten that yet. I figured something was up and Benton leads Chester in the bottom of in the 3-9-0 in baseball.
Oh Lord, we're even at 2-2 as that misses low to Hannah Wright. Scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. Log on to TonyWilt.com or stop by his office, the Red Jeep out front. It's the 42nd South Water Tower here in Mount Vernon. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is
That
there.
would be a huge upset because if Alvarado can pull that off, I'm telling you, there are some people have a lot of expectations on that Woodlawn team to get decently far, if not as far as last year.
Right. Full count offering. Will it pay off? It'll be a fly ball right center field, making the grab on the run as Sam Ralph's 2 away.
Sam Ralph glided in there. She didn't kick on the burners. Yak City's been called.
There's a home run by Brian McClanahan to put the Falcons on top. Solo shot.
Uh-oh.
Brings up Kirsch here with 2 outs and nobody on. Oh, like uh-ohs. Uh-ohs aren't good. Ooh, the next pitch is on its way, and that'll get outside. Gets away from the catcher. Counts 1 ball, 1 strike to Mallory Kirsch. Mallory Garner to follow. They're spelled differently. Told the story in the saga of the Taylorville Tornadoes yesterday. Their future conference affiliation.
Yeah. I have a soccer score. It's going to be hard to believe.
It's anything less like 15-2.
No, not less than that.
Okay. After this next pitch. Try me after the 2-1. Kirsch will take a strike on the inside corner. Counts even up at 2. What do we got?
Triad beat Kokia Day 20-0.
What point do you lay off?
I don't know. Obviously after 20.
Next one to Kirsch on the 2-2. Swung on a miss, and that'll be strikeout number 6 for Colby. We head to the top of the 5th, tied at 1. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
How do you spend your Saturday mornings? Wake up, grab coffee, get something to eat? Why not add a little WMIX Saturday Sports Show to your Saturday? From 8:08 until 10 o'clock, we have guests, discussion, and fun involving the regional sports topics that matter to you. It's the pick-me-up you need to start your morning off right. It's the Saturday Sports Show every single week on WMIX AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. For more insight, follow us on Twitter at 94sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, Lady Rams Softball. We head to the top of the 5th, 2 up for O'Fallon. That's the first pitch is fouled off by Proper, 0-1. It's going to be Doomstorf and Ralphs for the Panthers. We're tied at 1 as we head into this top half of the 5th. Presented by Banterra Bank. Don't strike out. Take control of your health care expenses with a tax-advanced self-savings account. Banterra Bank is banking with local style. Member FDIC. Pitch on the way is low, and it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike now to Proper. Nice breeze coming in now. Top of the 5th, tied at 1. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch on the way. Outside, it scoots 2-1. Soccer scoreboard update a moment ago was presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. Find him online at TonyWilt.com or here in the King City at 42nd South Water Tower. Walk in, call in, or click in. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Next pitch inside, catches the corner. Count Davis back up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. As the next one is on the way, and the count was full, missed inside.
That's the problem when you walk the number 8 hitter. That's not good.
See it. O'Fallon will make it pay on the leadoff walk. Little ones in action tonight. JCSA will follow this one. Some of the other fields here at Lincoln Park, some makeup games. Trying to drop a bunt, but drops a foul. Doomstorf gets behind 0-1.
Looking more and more like a little Jefferson County fun in the Wayne City Girls Softball Regional.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. We're going to have a pinch runner, perhaps? It would look that way as Brittany Durant will be your pitch runner. She will run for Becca Proper. So an 0-1 count on the batter, as they will have to talk about it and jot some things down on the lineup cards as the pinch runner Durant comes in. Lady Rams are hoping for a double play ball here. Shows bunt again. Doomstorf will drop it down third base side. Picked up Garner, fires to first in time. And they will run the runner back to second base.
Back on that. 1 out, now top of the order. Mount Vernon, this will be a big bullet to dodge here. If you can get out of this inning without them scoring, you've got to feel pretty good about your chances. Top of the order up the runner at second at 1 out.
Wholeheartedly agree. Dust off the dish, and we'll get back to the action here with a left-handed bat, a slapper in the form of Sam Rouse. She has a great opportunity, especially if she can plug one into the gap, wide open gap there in left center field. Kirsch starting the line with Morgan shading more towards the right for the pull. Goes bunt, pulls back. The throw down to third base is in time. They hang on to the tag, and there's a bullet dodge out of third base.
2-6 on the foot out. That ball was there. The ball was perfectly placed. All Lockhart had to do is kick her glove down, catch that ball as it was thrown right where the runner was going to slide. What a nice throw.
Nice throw indeed. That'll put 2 outs on the board. Now the bases are empty. Sam Rouse. Count is 1-0. We're in the 5th, tied at 1. Glad to have you with us on WMIX, mywithersradio.com. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at 94sports. We're on Facebook as well. Here comes the pitch on the way, and that is going to be fouled back near us. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thought that was headed right to the power transformer to our left. Generator would have needed. Beautiful day for baseball and softball, wherever you may be. 1A and 2A regionals across most of the state. Is this going to be a bunt? Drop down right to the pitcher. Barehanded by Flood, but not a play.
Luckily, nobody was on. Second time today that Rouse has a bunt hit. Third hit of the day for O'Fallon, now ties Mount Vernon.
The 5 Jefferson County branches in response to quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Cruz will ground to third on the first pitch she sees. And it will be thrown out by Garner. So, a base running blunder and a stranded runner here for O'Fallon in the 5th. We head to the bottom half, tied at 1. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Isn't it great to live in a community where people give back and try to improve our area for the next generation? That's what we believe in and why our name, Community First, reflects this core value. If you would like to enjoy a personal relationship with your bank, make the move to Community First Bank and find out what community banking means. Simply stated, we are neighbors helping neighbors.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, are you thinking of starting your own business? Or maybe you already own your own business and have tax questions? Call Heartland Accounting today. At Heartland Accounting, we specialize in small business planning. Let us help you with your business bookkeeping, sales taxes, payroll taxes, or maybe just some solid business advice. Get started right and let us help you make your business a success. Call Heartland Accounting of Mount Vernon today at 244-7077 or stop by 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
For more insight, follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Mallory Garner, Kelby Quiava, Makaya Rush. Here in the bottom half, tied at 1 against O'Fallon here at home. The first pitch is inside in the dirt to Garner. It's 1-0 to get us started. There's Bowlby comes back with on the 1-0. It'll be across the plate outside, catches the corner, 1-1. Second Chance Auto helps bring you Rams Athletics here on the radio. Second Chance is your home for the largest selection of pre-owns, priced under $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, around 142 East in Mount Vernon. Fastball that time, swung on a miss by Garner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Last time up, she grounded out to first. 1-2 in the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Garner.
Garner solid in the field today. Trying to carry that over to an at-bat to get on base. Leadoff hitter she is right now.
2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI yesterday against Effingham. This will be a fly ball right center. The right fielder Underwood will get underneath and make the grab. 1 away.
Flinched a couple times, did Underwood. She thought center fielder was going to call her off. Center fielder always has call over the corner outfielders. And right fielder went ahead and made the catch. Communication out there so nobody runs into each other.
So bring up Kelby Quiava. Had a home run yesterday. Left center field fence. Here comes the first pitch to Kelby, and she'll take outside 1-0. Struck out her last time up. Bowlby has been tough to figure out. Lady Rams have 3 base hits today, and Paige Clinton has 2 of them. Here comes. Foul back. Count becomes 1-1. Quiava digs back in, ready for the 1-1 pitch from Taylor Bowlby. It comes, and it looks like it missed low. 2 balls and a strike now.
Bowlby only allowed 1 run on 3 hits. Fallon 1 run on 3 hits. Very even ball game as shown on the scoreboard and other stats as well.
Figuratively and literally, yes. 2-2 coming to Quiava. Foul tips it. Stays alive. Catcher can't hang on. Sloppy. Not used to having the count available in the book, so it's like I'm all over the place. I'm used to just make a little notation. My Bob Carter. Next one's on the way. Ground ball put to the right side. Cruz will pick it up. Fire over to first in time. So 4-3 is your second out. That'll bring up Rush. 0 for 1 today. It had a solid day yesterday, as did most of the Lady Rams up and down. Beat Effingham again 12-1. First pitch on the way to Rush. Check swing, misses high, 1-0. Of course, Effingham finishes with Taylorville on Friday. That's how I got into the story of the Taylorville Conference saga. What a saga that has been over the past 20 years. And what that could mean for other conferences. Rush gets a piece of one, sends that to right. Underwood will make the play along the line. So 1-2-3 go the Rams here in the 5th. We head to the 6th, tied at 1. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
Life is no easy task for anyone. We all want to better ourselves and our financial situation. Feel like you're going nowhere? Or just ready for a new challenge? Or wanting the college experience without going deeper into debt? Regardless of your answer, Rend Lake College is your vehicle to a brighter future. With over 100 degree and certificate programs, Rend Lake College can put you on the fast track to a new career or to continue your education. More affordable than four-year universities and private schools, you can save thousands thousands of dollars at Rend Lake College. Summer courses begin June 4th and are already open for registration. Get some of your core courses out of the way during the summer months. Smaller class sizes mean more focus on you and a laid-back atmosphere allowing you the challenge of a great college experience without going deeper into debt. Rend Lake College's counselors are always on hand to help guide you to your new opportunity. Call 437-5321 to set up an appointment or log on to rlc.edu for more information.
For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
It'll be Oswald, Underwood, and Schulte get started here in the top of the sixth, tied at 1. First pitch is driven to left, deep, and it'll scoot out of play for strike number 1. Just a little too early on that one. Yep, that's the muscle behind it. 0-1's the count. Again, Underwood, Schulte to follow Macy Oswald, getting a start against Jacqueline Flood. As this, we put into the gap, right center field, line drive right to the fence. Oswald's around first, headed for second. Throw will be over the relay, and thankfully it heads right to third base ahead of the runner. Perhaps that was a double. Another bullet. The Lady Rams have to dodge here. Leadoff runner getting on again for O'Fallon. Can't afford a lot of mistakes against a team like the Panthers. I got my pick for the next one. How about with Banterra's mobile banking? You can check your accounts online right from the stands. Banterra Bank is banking with local style. Member FDIC Underwood stands in, the lefty. The runner on first and nobody out. Takes a pitch outside. It's 1-0. Oswald looks ever so dangerous there off the second base. Next one on the way. Ground ball right past first base. That's going to score the go-ahead run. It'll be an RBI. Maybe triple. No, they're going to hold her up at second base. Might have gotten away underneath the fence to become a ground rule double. Yeah, that's what it was, and O'Fallon takes the lead. Dangerous. You can dodge it some of the times, but when a runner gets on the leadoff spot, it's hard to do. And O'Fallon now up 2-1. It is. There you go. 2-1 O'Fallon on top. We will have an infield conference at the circle. Try to regroup. Lady Rams will try to find a way in the bottom half of the sixth to get that run back, as they will send up the top of the order, which has been most successful. Back on the air tomorrow about 3:15. Rams baseball against Jacksonville. They will take on the Crimson. Special hour earlier start to, I believe, the senior awards banquet at Shagnon Gym. At least that's where it used to be. Probably still is. Shagnon hasn't gone anywhere. Trouble brewing. Nobody out now. Schulte takes an inside pitch, well located, and with some zest behind it. 0-1. Didn't coast in there. Didn't dawn on me that she'd use Old Spice on that pitch. See if we get some Irish Spring on this. Is this going to come outside, catches the corner? Nothing to do. I was just trying to figure out a way to get it in. Yeah. That's the one I wanted to go with. Trying to axe the batter Schulte here on an 0-2 count. Doesn't really count. Well, Fallon's going to quit spraying hits everywhere. Here it comes. Right over the ivory, but it's hit back to Flood. She'll fire on the first. The runner advances to third, however, and that'll be one away. Another runner in scoring position. Fallon trying to offer a cascade of runs here in the sixth. Lord Marlinghouse will stand in, runner on third, 1 out. Here comes inside corner. Jet drive right over the plate. Infielders in now at Mount Vernon. You got to knock this down. You got to keep that runner in third. You only get down any further than 2-1, I don't believe. Keeping a one-run ball game, something along those lines. As the next pitch will be in the dirt. Good stop by Clinton. Count will even 1 ball and 1 strike. Guarding the run as close as they can at third base. 1-1 the count to Marlinghouse with 1 out. Here comes. That is going to be trouble down the line if it's fair. That'll scoot out foul. Got a little in front of it. It's 1-2. Long strike, loud strike. Lucky strike. Smoked strike. Evans is the on-deck circle. The 1-2 on its way in the dirt inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got to be cool in these situations. We're going to leave leave that at that. Here comes the 2-2 on the way. Ground ball to short. Some trouble for Lockhart. She'll pick it up and fire across. That'll be a 6-3 RBI. Just 3-1 O'Fallon.
Yeah, that's what she had to do. Lockhart had no chance whether she fielded it cleanly or not. Knocked it down, was able to get the out at first. Fortunately, the run did score. Now it's 3-1 O'Fallon. That's the tough part.
Of course, it is the bottom of the hour on WMIX Mount Vernon. Free service from Withers Broadcasting. Harrisburg beats Carmi White County today in baseball, 5-1. That is a regional, I believe, at Harrisburg. Yes, regional semi. Of course, our friend congratulated me today. Took me a second to figure out why. And I realized I told him my locale this afternoon. Hopefully that'll make a little bit of sense to you and I. Cavins will stand in with 2 out and nobody on. First pitch will just miss. It's ball 1. See what happens here to Cavins. She'll swing at the 1-0 and it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home at Dixon at Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. 3-1 ball game here in the top of the 6th. Gavin's looking to keep it going here for the Panthers. She'll foul one back, falls behind now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck out in the second looking. Popped up, I believe, to the pitcher in the 4th. Has a 1-2 count at inning number 6. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be low, 2-2. Let's see, next week. How about this week? We're not done with that yet. No? Tomorrow is Thursday, I believe, which means that Jacksonville comes to town at baseball. Friday, we're back on the air, Lady Rams Softball. And that'll get us out of the inning. Off-speed pitch and a check swing as the Cavins goes too far. That'll do us through 5.5. It's 3-1 O'Fallon. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
Hi, Roy Schmidt at King City Chrysler Center in Mount Vernon. I want to let you know that we have an exciting new partnership with Hertz Rental Car effective immediately. Hertz is now located inside King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway here in Mount Vernon. Come in and rent a car, truck, or van for business or pleasure from Hertz, and we can also bill all major insurance companies. Hertz has competitive rates, low mileage vehicles, and specializes in one-way rentals anywhere in the United States. And yes, Hertz can even pick you up or drop you off at your home, office, or repair shop. Mention this ad and receive $10 off your rental. Call Hertz today to set up your reservation at 618-241-6996. Remember, that is Hertz Rent-A-Car inside King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
More softball action ahead on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And we welcome you back. Bottom of the 6th inning, 3-1 O'Fallon on top. For the Lady Rams, it'll be the top of the order. Morgan gets us started. First pitch to Morgan Verbolby is on the outside corner. Strike 1. Last ditch chance here for Mount Vernon. That's top of the order here. Clinton on deck. Flood to follow. Here comes to Morgan. She'll take high this time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Morgan back in the batter's box. 1-1, looking to slap, does so third base side. We're right there on one knee. Marlinghouse fires across. 5-3 is your first down. That's play. That was a great reaction.
Gosh, that's good stuff. That was a great play. This level, you see that, it's amazing.
Astonishing. Outstanding, even. Here comes the pitch to Clinton. She's sending this towards left, but on the run, makes the play is Boomstorff.
Left fielder had some ground to cover, Chris, because she was shaded over the left center field gap. She had to actually come back almost to her right, about 10, 20 yards to get that.
That was hit well by Clinton, but unfortunately, Boomstorff put herself in a good position to make a play. And that'll bring up Jacqueline Flood. 2 outs, bases empty here in the 6th. 3-1 O'Fallon. Flood gets a piece one, sends it through the right side. Will the right fielder have a play? If she would have fielded it cleanly, it'll get away.
She needs to get back on the bag. She made an attempt to get to second base.
Turned right instead of left.
Yep. She had to get back on. Coach coach down there with Alls on top of that.
So it'll be a runner on. We'll have a courtesy runner. Lockhart will stand in. Runner on first, 2 outs in the 6th. She's a sign run, trailing 3-1. First pitch deep inside. 1-0. Kind of lean back. Yeah. And we await the 1-0 pitch to Haley. Here it comes, inside out. Third base dugout it goes. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Traffic's picking up now. JCSA's rolling in. Summer's about here.
Hey, we have the 1-1 pitch on the way. Lays off, goes high, 2-1. Try to get you. We owe you one last scoreboard update at some point. Try to figure out if we have any updates whatsoever. And try to get you updated. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, a runner on. Lockhart will come inside. That looks like it was off her right foot.
It will be.
That hurts. Off the very tippy toe.
And the further away you get from the core of your body on those extremities, the more it hurts.
So 2 on for Hannah Rice. 2 outs here in the 6th. Big opportunity for the Lady Ram freshman. At this point, you hope you can maybe burn a center fielder or find a gap or just get a base hit.
Lockhart can be a good actor. She can sell that injury a little bit down there and take off.
All right,
that double steal will be good.
See how aggressive the Lady Rams are. 2 on, 2 outs for Wright. She'll swing and miss. She was looking to muscle one there. Nothing to one.
She was looking to put one over the fence and give Mount Vernon the lead.
Well, it'll be a hometown hero here at Lincoln Park. 3-1 your score. O'Fallon on top, tying run on first base for the Lady Rams. Bottom 6 with 2 outs. That's going to be a chopper down to second base. Luskis will throw over. 2 first to make the play. That'll retire the signs. Lady Rams strand a couple here through 6. Still 3-1 O'Fallon. This is Lady Rams softball on WMIX.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back to Lady Rams softball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to Lady Rams softball. We head to the top half of the 7th inning. Becca Proper, Molly Doomstorf, and Sam Rouse will get it started. First pitch will miss outside and high. It's 1-0. Quickly with the second pitch. 1-0 pitch will be sent. Popped up right field side. Shifty foul. Good attempt by Rush.
Wow.
Fades away from the fence, I believe, on the dive. It'll be 1-1.
Not a good effort, though. Yeah. My goodness, she was after.
Kind of effort you applaud. So 1-1 will be the count. 7th inning, top half. Lady Rams trail 3-1. In case you're curious, as we just wrapped up the 6th. Lady Rams in their last chance. 7th will have Kirsch, Garner, Quiava due up, followed by Rush as we get down into the bottom of the order. 1-1 is a ground ball, softly hit the flood. She'll fire to first in time. 1-3 is your first out. It's just a couple of doubles to start off the 6th that end up turning the tides in this one. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's all it takes.
I'm burning right now on the short end of that stick.
Doomstorf will stand in, takes inside, looks like it might have slipped across the corner. It did. It's 0-1. As we could tangle with the top of the 6 o'clock hour. 5:44 right now. The 0-1 coming. Swung on and fouled. 0-2. Parking lot's starting to pack up a little bit.
Yeah.
About time to shift it from a $3 charge to a $15.
Yeah.
0-2 pitch in round, and that'll be a ground ball. Third base side just foul. Great attempt by Garner. Count stays the same. They need to get that ball off the field.
Yeah, gotta help out here.
Gotta get that ball.
There's somebody down there.
We had a little birdie on the field yesterday. Couldn't fly. Everybody's trying to shoo it as if it would fly away, but nobody realized it was too young to fly.
Right.
Finally disappeared. Not sure really where it went. Irrelevant as that may be now. The 0-2 pitch is on the way. Misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Relevant in the realm of softball.
Yeah, because I talked about it and never talked about it again. I had a couple of messages inquiring as to what happened to the bird. We await the 1-2. Will it be an out pitch? It could be. Ground ball back to Flood. She'll stab it. Throw over to first. 1-3. A couple of outs here in the 7th. That'll bring up Sam Rouse. Base is empty, but she's 2 for 3.
Chester trying to make it a game at Benton.
Really? 2 outs, nobody on. Rouse will take a strike on the outside corner.
Benton was up 9-0, and the Yellow Jackets have rallied through 4.5. It's now 9-5.
Ruffro, what a way to make a living.
Woodlawn struggling with Alvarado. They lead 5-4 after 3. Baseball, so the top seed struggling. The Harrisburg only won 5-1 against Carmine.
That is true. Is the next pitch. Just misses to Rouse. 1 ball, 1 strike. That scoreboard out there is presented by Tony Wilson, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance financial service needs, see Tony here in Mount Vernon. He's on the corner of 42nd South Watertown. That red Jeep's out there. Just stop in. He'd love to meet you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We wait the 1-1. Here it comes. In the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs, nobody on for Sam Rouse. 3-1 is your score. O'Fallon on top, looking to add some cushion. JV game going on to our right. Tell you the score, but there's no scoreboard. Next one on the way, and that's going to catch the outside corner, 2-2. If
you don't like it, foul it off. I don't know if people understand how hard that is. Foul things off.
Right. Well, you don't want to start defending the plate until you absolutely have to. Next one is in play, and that'll be down the right field line foul.
Robert Smith down the line there, using those quick feet to evade that ball as hit right at him.
Bob Smith and his friends up there at the Trillius Rec Department have done a nice job with their facility.
Oh, yeah.
At Rotary Park. Air-conditioned press box now. Not too shabby. Here comes the next one on the way. Ground ball with a burn. No, a diving stop by Lockhart, but won't have a play.
You don't have time to, there, I think she could have fell over and made the play. If you don't have a lot of time to get on that dirt and then get on the ground, especially with the speed of Rouse running down that line. That is a 3rd hit for Rouse today. She's 3 for 4. Doing what a leadoff hitter is supposed to be doing.
There's certainly no doubt about that. But Bruce Cruz will stand in. Play of 0 for 3 today with a run scored. 1 on, 2 out here in the 7th, a 3-1 ball game. As the first pitch is inside across the plate, 0-1.
Don't want to give him any more at this point. You want to get out of here now.
No, sir.
And get in that dugout, only down 2.
0-1 the count. Flood trying to get out of the inning. Swung a miss, changed it up that time. No balls, 2 strikes. Jacqueline has pitched well. It's just been tough to get a hit off her counterpart, Bowlby. See if she can get the Lady Rams out of the inning here with an 0-2 count. 2 gone, runner on first. This is going to be fouled off towards field number 4. Had to count there. All right. They go clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, as if you can see me pointing. Next one on the way will be the out pitch. It'll be fouled back, and the count will stay the same.
Last battle going on, Bruce Cruz.
Like we'll have some green versus red battles here today in JCSA action. A couple of hues of green to choose from. Only saw 1 hue of red thus far. I think I saw some gray. Here comes the next one on the way, and that's going to miss low and away, 1 and 2.
You always see gray. A little easier to clean pants that way.
talking gray shorts that time, though.
Okay.
Yes, you are right. I don't know if I ever had a pair of white pants. Here it comes. 1-2, swung a miss, fired a pass. That'll do it through 6.5. It remains 3-1 O'Fallon. It'll be last chance for Lady Rams coming up. This is Mount Vernon Softball on WMIX.
Berkman hits a fly ball deep. Left center field. Way back toward the pen. It's a goner!
Man, John, I love it when you call a home run. When I hear that, I know my birds are starting to roll.
Thanks, Mike. With Holiday, Freeze, and Berkman back, the ball is going to fly.
Well, get those pipes ready, big boy.
As the Cardinals go for 12 in 12, listen all season long. It's Cardinal Baseball on today's Hot Country, 50,000-watt WMIX FM.
Listen to these Cardinal fans up here, man.
Does it frustrate you when the person in front of you at the grocery store searches in their purse for what seems to be a half hour trying to find exact change? Tell them about People's National Bank Visa's check card and make everyone's shopping experience a little quicker. Just swipe your card, sign your receipt, and you don't have to worry about exact change. Need cash back? Just enter your PIN and select the cashback button, and you have an instant ATM. People's National Bank, member FDIC. Non-usage fees may apply.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, Lady Rams Softball. Last chance coming here for Mount Vernon as they trail 3-1. Kirsch, Garner, Guiava will start us off. That's the first pitch. Was a strike, swung a miss. The next one comes high. The count will even itself here. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mallory Kirsch. Lady Rams Softball presented by Banterra Bank. Don't support the other team. Go green with Banterra's online bill pay and online statements. Hey there. Banterra Bank is banking with local style. Next pitch. Swung on a miss, 1-2.
Fired upon from the JV game.
First shot of the day. Pretty loud dinger.
Not that limited damage. We're good.
Pitch on the way to Kirsch. Can be fouled off, so she'll stay alive off the 1-2. Bowlby looking to get another win here on the season. Meanwhile, while in the dugout, opposing pitcher Jacqueline Flood hoping it'll stay alive. 3-1, O'Fallon on top. They scored 2 in the 6th. That's been the difference thus far. On the way, Kirsch will put it into play, third base side. Marlinghouse will pick it up, fires the first in time, 5-3, out number 1. Now their final 2 chances here to bring up Mallory Garner. 0 for 2 today. Looking for her first base hit of the night. No better time.
Yep. Mount Vernon needs base runners. Get on any way you can.
First pitch is on the way, and that's going to be low. Ball 1. So 1-0 and a good high. Here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 1 out and nobody on. Here comes the pitch on the way. It's fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Rams baseball coach Tim Holloway coming up. His kids. One of the ones in the gray shirts tonight, apparently.
Adam Dunn?
No, he's too thin to be Adam Dunn.
No, Adam Dunn's lost some poundage.
Has he really?
Seen him lately?
No, I haven't.
He's been swinging a hot stick and lost some poundage.
2-1 now.
That's Adam Dunn.
Of course, I try not to make it a habit to watch the White Sox. So that might be why.
Well, I mean, I'm a well watcher everywhere.
I got you. 2-1 to Garner. Here it comes. Fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I got NBA on the mind right now. I mean, you have too many good matchups going on.
Like last time I watched the NBA, some guy named Michael Jordan had a flu.
Rondo, Celtics, Sixers tonight at 6. Ooh, I love that matchup. Yeah,
not bad at all. 2-2 is the count here to Garner. Here it comes. That is going to be lined foul down the right field side.
And after that, it's OKC and the LA Lake. And right now, OKC put a beat down on them the other night.
The old Western Conference.
Yep. Spurs put a beat down on the other LA team last night.
I heard about that.
The Spurs are so darn good.
All I know is the Kings are looking to win the Stanley Cup.
6 games in the Staples Center this week in a playoff variety in 3 days.
Not bad. Next one, foul back. Look out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Garner's doing a great job of staying alive. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom 7. Lady Rams trail by 2. It's 3-1. Rams baseball back on the air tomorrow against Jacksonville. 3:15 is your pregame. 3:30 first pitch. 2-2 on the way. Swung on a miss. There's your second out. Drop ball.
Tucked in the zone, and Lady Rams down to their final at bat.
That'll bring up Kelby Quiata. Last chance for the Lady Rams, down 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Bean Insurance postgame show will come up on the final out. Chance Story paying too much for auto insurance. First pitch is on the way, and that's inside. 1-0. Discounts away to Bean Insurance. You won't know how much you can save until you give them a call. Bean Insurance, 244-BEAN. That number is 244-BEAN. Next one on the way to Cuyahoga. She'll take outside. Trying to stay alive with Rush on deck here for the Lady Rams in the bottom of the 7th, down 2. 3-1 is your score. Trying to defeat a tough Southwestern Conference team. Next one in route, here it comes across the inside corner. 2-1. In route, here it comes. Ground ball back to the pitcher, and this could do it. 1-3 will retire the side here in the 7th, and the O'Fallon Panthers coming to Mount Vernon and take away a 3-1 victory. We'll come back at your Bean Insurance postgame show after the break. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Life is no easy task for anyone. We all want to better ourselves and our financial situation. Feel like you're going nowhere? Or just ready for a new challenge? Or wanting the college experience without going deeper into debt? Regardless of your answer, Rend Lake College is your vehicle to a brighter future. With over 100 degree and certificate programs, Rend Lake College can put you on the fast track to a new career or to continue your education. More affordable than four-year universities and private schools, you can save thousands of dollars at Rend Lake College. Summer courses begin June 4th and are already open for registration. Get some of your core courses out of the way during the summer months. Smaller class sizes mean more focus on you and a laid-back atmosphere, allowing you the challenge of a great college experience without going deeper into debt. Rend Lake College's counselors are always on hand to help guide you to your new opportunity. Call 437-5321 to set up an appointment or log on to rlc.edu for more information.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford and Chrysler dealer in Mount Vernon. Recently, big storms brought light hail to the area, and that means big savings for you at Ford Square Mount Vernon and King City Chrysler Center. A little hail damage means extra savings for you on all new and used Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicles. You can even save on our pre-owned vehicles, too. We are talking savings in the thousands. You heard it right, savings in the thousands, like up to $13,000 on select new Dodge Ram pickups, or save up to $8,000 on savings on Ford F-150 pickups. Ford Square Mount Vernon and King City Chrysler Center, exceeding your expectations. Come see us at 1501 Broadway and 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, and save big.
Hello. Okay, people, here's your chance to come clean. Been punished? What did you do? I backed into a tree.
I got dinged at the mall.
I hit black ice, then a parked car. And your punishment was?
They raised my auto premium.
Here's how to stop the punishment. Get Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. With Rate Lock, you'll get a low rate that stays low, even if you file a claim. You're locked in until you change cars, drivers, or your address. Oh. Which means when you call on us, you'll feel like you're supposed to feel. Relieved.
So talk to us at the Bean Insurance Agency today. Call 618-242-6017. That's 618-242-6017. Or go to beaninsurance.net.
See for yourself why more than 90% of Erie customers stay with Erie. Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage. Insured must meet necessary underwriting guidelines. Premium may change if you make policy changes. Not all products are offered in all states. Patent pending.
This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX. The Bean Insurance postgame show starts now.
Lady Rams fall here to O'Fallon by a final of 3-1. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Danny. Lady Rams gave it a valiant effort, but 2 runs for O'Fallon atop the Just couldn't be mad.
Yeah, it was a good ball game, and O'Fallon kept getting that leadoff batter on. And anytime you do that, you're going to be more prompt to score runs. And it's one of those tough losses. Well, you got to tip your cap. O'Fallon's a very good team.
No doubt about that. Of course, Heartland County post-game stats brought to you by Heartland County. You start off right. Let Heartland County make your business a success. Heartland County, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, your small business expert. We need to give you a Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game. We'll take a break and come back and do that. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality vehicle. That's where Second Chance Auto comes in. Family owned for the past 32 years. Second Chance Auto has been the cure for spring new car fever. No one has a better selection of vehicles priced under $10,000. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, and no processing fees like those new car dealerships. Just low prices. Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. Second Chance Auto.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise a message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX. Time now for the Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game.
And we welcome you back to the Bean Insurance post-game show, WMIX and MyWintersRadio.com. Lady Rams Ball here this afternoon. 3-1 to O'Fallon. We don't have anything left to do but give you your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game, and it is Paige Clinton with her 2-for-3 performance and an RBI driven in. There you have it. 3-1 your final. Lady Rams fall through 25-8 on the year. We'll be back on the air with Lady Rams Softball Friday, 4:15 your pregame against Salem. Tomorrow it's Rams Baseball. They host the Jacksonville Crimson, 3:15 is your pregame. For Danny Czerwinski, for everyone at Withers Broadcasting, especially every Barton, on behalf of our sponsors, I'm Chris Hugo. Thank you for listening to Lady Rams Softball. And I remind you your final score. O'Fallon 3, Mount Vernon 1. Good night from the King City.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Lady Rams Softball on WMIX and online at MyWintersRadio.com. Lady Rams Softball has been presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Lady Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Rend Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, All Stars and Stitches, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. Your home for news, talk, sports, and America's best music. WMIX.